Hi guys, good morning or good afternoon, depending on where you are. Welcome to another one of our webinar series. I'd firstly like to just apologize for the cancellation last week. We had some unforeseen circumstances, but it's good to see so many of you guys decided to join us this week. So this was a topic that was requested by someone that had attended one of our last webinars, and it's a topic that we often get as a consultancy company. Between G Suite productivity tools and Office 365, which one is the best? And the purpose of this webinar is to kind of take you through the pros and cons of each. So my name is Shahryar, that's Sherry for short. I'm one of the founders of Code Creators. My background is more towards the sales and marketing side. And with me is Nuruddin Sarani. He's our Chief Operating Officer. He's been in the tech space for over 30 years, Microsoft certified professional. And he's going to be walking us through the more technical aspects of things. Just a slight introduction. Code Creators is a Canadian-based company. We also have offices in Pakistan, Sri Lanka, and the United States. We've been operating for quite a while now. We have over 200 resources, working with clients pretty globally across a range of different technologies. We do a lot of work in Microsoft SharePoint, which includes anything from migration to really complex workflows. We also give strategy, design, implementation advice. We also do training and digital support. And as I said, the purpose of the webinar today is really just to help you understand the differences between Office 365 and G Suite. Thanks. Noor, I'm just going to pass it off to you.
Cool. Hello, my name is Nuruddin Srani, and I'm basically walk you through the advantages and disadvantages between G Suite and Microsoft Office 365. So both of these tools are primarily being used for office productivity and collaboration primarily. And both G Suite and Office 365 are the market leader in this primary space. So why any organization need Office 365 or G Suite? So primary purpose as discussed is to use the office productivity tools or for the collaboration stuff. These two are the primary purposes of any of these tools. When we come to the pricing of G Suite, so we have a different pricing scheme. First one is $6, another one is $12, and then you have enterprise option available for $25. So when you say $6, it actually provide you 30 GB cloud storage. That is the primary thing, because as far as the applications are concerned, either you go for basic, business, or enterprise, the applications are not changed like that. It is only the space and some security stuff which is being changed by the plans. So if you go for business plan, you have to pay $12 per user per month, and it will provide you unlimited cloud storage. And then you have enterprise thing where you can use unlimited cloud storage. And primarily when you go enterprise, it actually help you with the security and hierarchy and stuff like that. Uh, as we have discussed that in G Suite we have different modules. Similarly, we have in Office 365 there is a different pricing scheme in that also. So if you go for Office 365 Business, and this is primarily Business Essentials, then you have Business Premium, and the most economical version is Microsoft Office Business Essentials. When you talk about Business Essentials, you have email and you can use the Office applications, but all of the application you can use online only. If you go with either Office 365 Business or Business Premium, in both the cases you can download the apps which Microsoft provide, and you can use those apps on your desktop also. So if we go about the pricing thing, so if you go dollar by dollar, then G Suite is definitely cheaper. But if you are more pro towards using the apps on your desktop, you have to use Microsoft Office 365. Then the feature when we come to feature comparison, number one thing is the business email. If you go for business email, Gmail provide you like G Suite provide you Gmail business email. On the other hand, Outlook is provided by Office 365. Both of the email platforms are more or less same, but the difference between Gmail and Outlook is Gmail is primarily created for cloud, so the usability and the UX UI is actually for the web and the devices. But on the other hand, if you go to Outlook, Outlook is primarily created from the desktop version. Like desktop is the basic thing, and out of that desktop version, you have created the browser-based version. So it is more like it is not that UI UX friendly thing. But it depends if you're using Outlook for a while, definitely you might prefer Outlook over Gmail. Otherwise, both the tools actually provide you the same facilities. Then you have file storage. Both the competitors provide you cloud files storage. In Google, you can use Google Drive, and in Microsoft Office 365, you have OneDrive available with you. The main difference is between the security scheme. So if you go with Google Drive, you can use Google's organizational security. On the other hand, if you go with OneDrive, you can use Active Directory as the primary thing, and you can like give folders and structures permission based on your Active Directory. The limit, if you go for Google Drive, you will get 30 GB limit. On the other hand, if you go Office 365, it offers you 1 GB limit. Then other thing which actually uh, make difference between Office 365 and G Suite is the applications which are available. So if you go for G Suite, there are quite a few applications which you can use, like Google Docs, Google Sheets, and Google Sites. These are all applications which you can use, but these all applications are primarily being built for the web, and you can also use these applications online and offline. So if you have a Chrome browser, you can use these applications offline. That is the primary OS for Google G Suite applications. On the other hand, if you go for Office 365, you have an option to use both offline and online version. You can like install Office applications on your desktop, and you can save files on the cloud. So these cloud files, as soon as you change any text or value in the documents, it automatically saves that thing to the cloud. So the PowerPoint application you are looking at, it is an Office 365 desktop, like Apple Mac desktop version, which I am using. And whenever I save this file, it will automatically save to the cloud version of the OneDrive. Then we have if you go for collaboration tools, there are quite a few things which you can use. So if you go for Office 365, you have Skype for Business, which you can use very productively. You can do meetings with large number of audience. On the other hand, you can also use SharePoint for collaboration and other stuff. On the other hand, for G Suite, you can use Hangouts instead of Skype. You can also like use crowd changing. So for documents which is being used like Google Sheets and stuff like that, so multiple users can edit those things at one time. So this is being provided by Google. You can also use Calendar and Google Keep. Keep is primarily for notes, for collaboration and stuff. So for security, there both of them, both G Suite and Office 365 provide different kind of securities. So G Suite primary security is multi-factor authentication. This is the primary thing which you can use with G Suite. On the other hand, Office 365 security features actually provide you, you can provide devices on which your Office can be installed, and the user can be used from the devices. You can do that kind of security. You can also use Active Directory for securing your applications and stuff like that. So primary difference is like normally G Suite provide multi-factor, on the other hand Office 365 provide encryption and stuff like that. Then if we compare, this is the comparison chart. If we go for pricing as we have discussed, the G Suite is definitely cheaper than Office 365. On the other hand, if we go for storage, normally Office 365 provide you more storage, like 30 GB versus 1 TB. If you go for apps, Google G Suite primarily provide you docs, sheets, slides, etc. On the other hand, Office 365 provide you Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and the main advantage is you can use the desktop version of these applications. If we talk about ease of use, like G Suite is good for like new gen, and but if someone is like more familiar with Office applications, they might prefer Office 365. On collaboration front, there are live meetings available on the both the platform, and it is more or less similar to each other. And when we come to security, as we've discussed, that we have two-factor and multi-factor thing available. Only the difference is Office 365 provide you the Active Directory stuff. So, yeah, the extras available with Office 365, which is not available with G Suite, are Microsoft Flow, Power BI, Power Apps, SharePoint Online, Teams, Yammer, and other integration of Microsoft Dynamics, etc. So if I like, if you ask me which one is the better, I would go for Office 365 due to these extra application. If I talk about Flow, it is a workflow management tool where you can create your workflows with like few clicks. So if you want to create an expense workflow or leave workflow, you can use Microsoft Flow. If you want to create dashboards, you have Power BI with you, which is not like there is a new tool available in Google for analytics, but Power BI is more mature and more it connects with more data sources than Google's version of BI. Then we have Power Apps in which you can create mobile friendly apps. You can create like apps. So, for example, if you want to create an app where users can actually log their expense, travel expense, you can create those apps with few clicks, and you can attach that app with Microsoft Flow, and that Flow can actually put data into some database or Excel sheet, and you can use Power BI to create dashboard out of that. Then you also have SharePoint Online available with Office 365, which you can use. So SharePoint Online is primarily used for collaboration, and you can provide like enterprise-related data. You have workflows and stuff like that, and document management system is also available over there. Then you have Microsoft Teams, which is also extras of Office 365. So Microsoft Teams is primarily used to team collaboration, and you do chat, document sharing, and stuff like that using Microsoft Teams. Then if we talk about Yammer, Yammer is like Facebook for the enterprise, and you can use Yammer for if you're using Office 365 also. And then there are quite a few integrations with Microsoft related applications like Microsoft Dynamics, etc. So if you ask us that which one is the better of two, we would vote for Office 365 due to these extra tools and functionalities which are available. So this is all from our side, and thank you so much for attending the webinar. Sh- Shari, will you please conclude the webinar?
Of course. No, I think the answer is obviously not an easy one. The purpose of our kind of webinar was to just give you some information and allow you guys to really make a decision for yourself. I think if you're interested in other specific topics, let us know next time. just send us an email at help@codecreators.ca, and we'll see if we can include any of the topics that you guys would like some guidance on. And as always, if you have any SharePoint questions or if you're looking for any SharePoint services, just email us at help@codecreators.ca. Thank you all for attending and have a wonderful day.